Hey guys, so I want to talk about something because I've literally spent like the past morning watching all these videos about Tanacon. I watched Shane Dawson's mini documentary. He has 2 parts out so far. I watched both of them. I don't usually watch YouTube videos in their entirety, especially if they're like over 15 minutes long. But let me just tell you guys, Shane Dawson's documentary about Tanacon was so good, so well done, so interesting, and just was so, I don't know, I felt like it was really unbiased, regardless of the fact that he's really good friends with Tana. And, you know, a lot of you might be like, Stephanie, why are you getting involved with this? Like, why do you have an opinion about this? Well, I don't know. I feel like anybody who's a part of the YouTube community feels like they have an opinion and something to say about this. Maybe I have less of a right to have an opinion about this because, like, I've never actually been to a convention because I have really bad social anxiety and I'm, like, worried that no one will show up to see me because, you know, I am not like the most popular YouTuber in the world. There's just so many reasons why I'd never be able to go to a convention, and that also includes my medical problems. Like, I'm not allowed in like big areas with like lots and lots of people. So yeah, that's just out of the question. But after watching a few videos and hearing people's experiences with Tanacon, I think I know pretty much what happened. Just kidding. I mean, I think I have a pretty solid opinion. So I watch Tana from time to time. I think she's like extremely entertaining. She's one of those people where you just like put on one of her videos and she is just so wild and crazy. She reminds me of like one of the girls that would be on like Girls Gone Wild but would not get naked. You know, she's just like a party girl and she's really fun and animated. Sometimes her bombastic personality and her lifestyle, it's like compensating for something that's missing. I'm not gonna go and like diagnose Tana, but I feel like she goes through things that people don't realize. And I'm not trying to make excuses for her. Like, this is why like thousands of people got sunburned and someone got carried away in a stretcher. And people were like scammed and flew all the way out to LA to go to this convention where the tickets were oversold and there wasn't enough space for everybody and it was a safety hazard. Not making excuses for her at all. I'm just saying, honestly, she's like, what, 19, 20 years old. She's planning a convention. She seems to be like a person who like half-asses everything because she's got like so many things going on in her life. She probably has like so many people hitting her up. She's like partying with Bella Thorne's, probably smoking pot every single day. You know, she's trying to plan a convention and she's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be totally fine. It's gonna be totally fine. She just strikes me as the type of person who'd be like, yeah, I just like hire like 50 elephants and then like, yeah, just like make some calls, make it happen. Okay, bye. And it all just boils down to like her being young and experienced, wanting to make things happen but not having like the tools needed in order to make those things happen. And then when you bring other people into the mix who want to make money off of her and who want to maybe like exploit the fact that she's this big YouTuber, you just basically have a recipe for disaster. I think that sometimes people look at something like VidCon or Playlist and they'll think, oh, okay, that's easy, I can do that. And then when you go in and actually do it, you realize it just takes so much planning. Yeah, this was just absolutely crazy. Do I think that Tana lies? I don't think she maliciously lies. I think she exaggerates a hell of a lot. And I think sometimes she like sprinkles little white lies and then when people try to catch her out on it, she feels like she needs to cover up those little white lies. I don't watch Tana Mojo and think that she is like some malicious, evil mastermind. I just think that she's like a little crazy and sometimes like the shit that comes out of her mouth, I'm like, ugh, I don't know, girl. I think for the most part her heart is in the right place, but she is really immature and still so young. She reminds me of me when I was like 17, 18 years old. Like, all talk, no action. But I hope it gets resolved, and for the sake of all of the people that traveled such far distances, oh, I hope they get refunds. That must suck so bad to be working and going to school and saving up all your money. And vacations are expensive enough as it is. Many of us don't even get like 1 vacation a year. And to use up that time and that money and those resources to take a trip to go see your favorite influencers and then it not happen, it must be so devastating. I can't even imagine. And I said something really snarky and bitchy on Twitter the other day. I was like, if teenagers cared as much about bone marrow drives, etc., as they did about conventions, this world would be a better place, or something like that. But I think that's just coming from a place like I would never pay to go to a convention to like meet somebody that I watch on the internet. I don't think I like anybody on the internet enough to like want to go pay money to go into like a warehouse situation with like 15,000 screaming children. Just not my idea of a fun time. But you know what? It might be somebody else's, and I'm not gonna judge. So yeah, okay, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section.